Good morning, Eva. Welcome to the Sovereignty Ribonut conference that starts our fundraising for sovereignty in all areas of Judea and Samaria. I start with a question. It's a question of Nadia and a question of all of you guys. Why the issue of Eretz Israel is so complicated? Hashem promised this land, and Hashem give it to us. Give us with all the size of it. Give us sovereignty. Yes. What's the story around here? When we came out of Egypt, after 2 years, we got the Torah, received the Torah. But for Eretz Israel, we had to go 38 years in the desert. What's the story? And the answer is because the redemption issues start from down up. It doesn't start from above, from Hashem. It starts from us. We learn from the students of the Gra that we need to do the first steps. Hashem redeems the Israelites from our waking up first. Our practicality, our action is what makes redemption happen. Even if with one small test we can go forward. The Gra asks, what is the opening that we have? What kind of a entry point? The Gra says it's a test of belief. And if you believe, even one stone or rock will change everything. We'll change one rock and everybody will come on and continue, and we'll be more towards sovereignty. We're moving here in action, and God willing, with the small step, we'll see more and more people joining us to the steps, to this action. Every Jew who lives today in Israel is responsible for, is a public responsibility. We need today people that will act with Hashem. Rav Tzvi Yehuda says, the son of Rabbi Kook says, we are all praying to Hashem's help. But Hashem wants the help of us. In order to build the process of sovereignty, there is a need for people that will give Hashem help in the effort. Every person that wants to be connected to this generation activity, and this activity is getting sovereignty in this way or that way, he must join our sovereignty organization. I don't have to convince you. We are leading with you this campaign of this idea of sovereignty. And thank God we see a process forward, and we see the issue of testing is happening. It's not going to be simple. It's also seem complicated. We see the announcement about Jerusalem. They're warning us they're going to attack us, and it's possible it's going to be complicated. But that's not going to prevent us from lead this process forward. We're certain that in Israel and the people that are here, we have the way to grow, to tend with everything that we have, the complications. Hashem wouldn't have sent us here if we weren't able to do this act and do this operation. Am Yisrael, in his essence and his internally, is a very holy nation that understands the holiness of Israel, and in order to achieve sovereignty in Eretz Israel. For us today, it is a holiday. We're leading, going forward with the sovereignty. With us today, we have Rabbi Baruch Efrati, who was here from the first day before we started the act of Ozgo, and Rabbi Baruch was in the secret of things and led this process, the spiritual process of everything you see here. Now we start 48 hours of tachlis, of Nadia worked really hard, very hard. Where is Nadia that explain what's happening? I don't know how to explain this. We received energies from all the lectures, and now Nadia. Together, I want to say in 2 minutes, but it's very important. We're gonna have to get with you $120,000. Wow, it's a lot, but it's a lot. But when we think how much the left receives in order to push for so many years, it's millions. We don't need 120,000 to get to sovereignty. It's not going to bring us to sovereignty. But even 240,000, the number that we really need in order to make everything that we spoke is a few millions of dollars. But let's start with 120. Just so you understand, one newsletter. Why do we get the newsletter only twice? Because every newsletter is 35,000 for 200,000 copies. It's 120,000 copies. So so it's a few. This money, thank God for the money that everybody gets. We will be able to continue.